I know how much you miss working on the FD, so we're just gonna do it again, brother. Look at our brakes here, average. Look at our brakes here, big brake kit. The reason behind that is the FD has a very unique, and by unique, I mean terrible designed e-brake system. To replicate it and to fabricate your own and manufacture your own is a lot of work. So you'll find that Brembo, Willwood, AP Racing, all these companies, they don't make a rear big brake kit for this car just because it's simply just not worth it. I think Project Mu makes rear brakes for this car, but they are so expensive, and there are a couple other options out there, and one of those I finally decided to jump on it. Kind of not a big brake kit, but at the same time it is a larger rotor and a bracket to relocate the caliper, and then we have steel lines and we have pads going in, but it's gonna give us a bigger surface area, which is gonna give us a little bit of a stronger bite. So we're gonna be throwing those in today. So here's what we got in the box.
This is so dope.
What's in the box?
Now your brake kit isn't gonna look dumb.
I know, that's what I was saying.
Garbage? Not garbage.
Yeah.
You're the man to ask this question. What is the more technical reason as to why companies don't remake a rear? The e-brake sucks in the back, but like, what about it is so hard that companies don't make it?
Because the caliper, the e-brake is actually part of the caliper. So in order to manufacture a new caliper, like a billet caliper or anything really nice to make a mold or whatever, you have to integrate the e-brake, or you have to run a separate.
And all calipers are more or less universal per car per size. So they'd have to make a one-off special mold just for FDs, more or less.
FDs only. And there's really no, yeah, it's sort of integrated into the, this is actually for the MR2, but
more or less the same thing?
more or less, yeah. So this is all, this whole component is part of the caliper itself. Project Mu or Endless, something that would make one, they would have to put that.
Doesn't Project Mu make rears?
I don't know if they make rears or not. They might. If they do, they're very expensive.
I said that they did. I thought they did. I don't know.
This is sort of a cost-savvy way to do it, where you're just basically spacing the caliper out, using your stock caliper, putting a better pad.
And just giving you larger surface area to stop.
Yes, exactly. So it's gonna cool better and all that stuff.
All right, so here you can see that parking brake on the back of the caliper as we were talking about. So this is the culprit as to why you don't see rear big brake kits. But the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this rear caliper off, take off this disc, probably get rid of this dust shield because our new rotor won't fit on that. And then we're gonna put in our new lines, everything goes back together, but we're gonna go the extra mile today. We're gonna rip this thing off, we're gonna sandblast it, and we're gonna paint it and make it look nice and black, just like the front, so everything looks super clean. I got you on that one. That time I got you. Here are the stock rotors. Here are the aftermarket ones. As you can see, these are quite a bit larger. Doesn't look like it, but we're talking about surface area here, so that's gonna go a long way in the rear. Today's video sponsor is Experian. Without these sponsors, these videos would not be made possible, so huge shout out to our sponsors. Boosting your credit score at a young age can oftentimes take months. I've had plenty of experience with this growing up throughout my life, and I know how hard it can be. Now there's a fast way that you can boost your credit score with Experian for free. Experian helps you boost your credit scores with payments that you're already making, like your utilities and your phone bill. Up until recently, those types of bills didn't count towards your credit scores, but now they do with Experian. It's safe, secure, and 100% free. Most people who use Experian see an average of an increase of 10 points on their scores. Experian can potentially help you increase or access credit. Boost your FICO score today for free at Experian.com/TJ Hunt. This is perfect for those who are trying to save up for that one car they're trying to finance, or this can be used to help buy some car parts that you guys might potentially be looking for. If this sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to click the links down below. Now with that removed, what it's asking us to do is to get rid of the lip here to allow us to put the bigger rotor.
Shout out to our dad Eric for these shoes.
You could just remove the whole entire dust shield completely. I think for the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and keep it and do it the way it's telling us to.
Yeah, because if we don't follow the directions, we get hosed for it.
Last time we did this, you screwed up on the...
That's what I'm referring to teach.
Respect.
R/whoosh.
Respect. Put some respect on my check.
Breaking news, everyone! We are doing something new with my live stream. Comment down below. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, we're gonna live stream us doing warehouse stuff. This Friday, I'm gonna be live streaming at 8 p.m. Do not miss it. Ask me all your memes. Hit me with the memes. TJ's gonna be there. Kev Jumba is gonna be there. Maybe. But I'm streaming 8 p.m. Friday. Make sure you don't miss it. Links down below. Hit me up. Bro, you have a problem, bro. Stop installing stuff without showing them, bro.
Oh, I do need to make some trimming.
Bro.
I need to make a little extra trim. We need to cut that off.
Alexa, cut the shield.
Alexa?
Siri, maybe. Are you trying to get tetanus in here? You better.
It's aluminum. You can't get tetanus from aluminum, bitch. I have tetanus of the pee-pee. You know what I'm saying? What?
What were you? You going in the rusty tailpipe?
You're wondering what this
I'm over here, bud.
fresh produce. What this does is you put it around the hose.
Tip trick, like those skateboarding shows they used to show on TV. If you went in like 244 up there, like on cable, Time Warner.
I don't know who Tony
Tip
Hawk
trick.
is.
You have a skateboarding
I don't know
show.
who Tony Hawk
Okay,
is.
sorry. Go on.
Tip trick. It grabs the hose and then you clamp it and it holds it in place. This is very useful for usually coolant applications because when you pull your radiator off, this time we're using it for the brakes.
It helps close it helps clamp the lines closed so you don't drip fluids everywhere. So it's pretty much a hose clamper. It's a modern day hose clamper. So before we take this brake line off to replace it with our new lines, Calvin is gonna be squishing it closed before we take off the nuts, take out the lines, and remove everything. It's tough to see inside this box, but I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast both the calipers before we go ahead and paint them. You can kind of see them, they're right there and right there. This is the throttle special. The last time I used a sandblasting cabinet was at Del Norte High School for ceramics.
So you know how to do it.
Ceramics class.
Blast away.
All right, oh, sand's flying everywhere. Final result, pretty good job, pretty good job. Perfect.
I didn't see you there.
Now that,
We're already, no, me, here, it's on me, okay? Ice, here. Now that we got all the parts sandblasted, we can go ahead and paint it. We're gonna go ahead and go with epoxy paint for dirt. You trying to run me over? Hey, I'm walking here. We're gonna go with epoxy paint because it's hard. Motherfuckers. If I wasn't so rudely interrupted 3 times. Epoxy paint. It's very durable, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. That's really hot. Your brakes don't get that hot unless you're doing Bernies. Paint them, Teach. Nothing more to say. Oh wait, hey, don't just send it.
the key to this, Cal, is consistent, smooth pass-bys. Here, let me show you.
Trigger safety, bro.
So we're gonna do a couple coats. How many coats? 3 coats?
I don't know.
Couple coats. And what's great about this is it dries quick. It doesn't take overnight or anything like that. This is this little spray paint mod, but you know, it's gonna work for our purpose.
It's better than wrinkly old gray ball sack, you know? Hi. You're about to trust yourself.
Hey.
Okay, no, I believe in you.
Hey man, it's just like the Plasti video.
Oh, we're experts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
We've done this before.
I watched the video before doing it, just like everyone else did.
We made a video before.
Calipers came out sick. We got that wrinkle black coating. Calvin's lubing me up so we don't get any squeals. None of that is gonna be happening. And then it's simple, we just start putting this stuff back. We already have our brackets installed as you guys saw earlier, so we'll probably throw the disc brake on, throw on our brackets, and our steel lines were super easy because we just unscrewed it from the top, throw this on, drop in our bolt, and then we have to do the nightmare that is bleeding brakes. And then at that point, we're dialed in, we're ready to go, and we can get a little wheel fitment test.
And do a Bernie.
This caliper barely fits over this brake disc, so I had to do it the convertible way, take everything off from the top and go back in, and then I didn't have the piston realigner tool to make the piston go in. You couldn't just use vice grip, so we had to just make a makeshift out of wrenches. Long story short is, I probably should have showed all that, but as usual, I just spaced and just wanted to get it done. But moral of the story is that I got it on. So both the calipers, brake lines are all done up. Looks pretty nice. The lines were pretty good. Oh, we gotta put that clip back in. The lines are a little,
I can fix that.
yeah, we need to just twist that so it's not as coiled up, but lines are good, everything's good. The paint job looks pretty nice, everything looks solid. So we are going to put in these clips for the brake lines, and then we're going to do the bleeding process, and we should be dialed up. If you don't have yourself a pneumatic bleeder, you're screwing up. I'm not telling you that, I'm telling you
You know what else you're screwing up on, Teach? Not subbing to me on Twitch. Because the only way it's gonna happen, the GTR/Porsche support build, is through Twitch.
I haven't even told them about the R35.
Oh shit.
That's just a Twitch thing, but I guess
yeah.
now they might know.
Porsche support.
Oh, Ricky, what's wrong with your car? Dude, you got pop-ups.
Yeah, real men have pop-ups.
The brakes look very, very good in the rear. So this is what the rear looks like. Keep that in mind. Ready, next frame is gonna be the fronts. Fronts, I'd say, are a little bit bigger, but not by much. It's very, very close. Before you hose me, I know my car is dirty. Guys, I've been working on this car for the past couple days. It's been on the list for the past 2 weeks. It hasn't deserved a wash. Now that everything is good, at least for a while, before all the other mods come in, we can go ahead and give her a wash probably tomorrow. You know, we had to do it to him with that outside glamour shot. Oh man, I love new things on my car, and this makes me very, 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 very happy. Looks good, looks aggressive, definitely gets the job done. Super hyped that I actually bit the bullet with this kit because it was on the upwards of over $1,000, but there aren't many other options out there, so in my opinion, it's definitely worth it. Calvin's always complaining of how he has a hole at the bottom of his exhaust, and I'm just now noticing it. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. At the back of his wide pipe, it's like an inch off the ground, bro. What do you expect there, bro? I don't even think he knows how low it actually sits. Well, obviously he doesn't because he's never behind his car when he's actually on the road. It's incredibly low to the ground. I'm just like looking at it like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it hasn't hit yet. Oh, my name's Calvin. I have a white BRZ and white... Oh, fuck you, Calvin. Fuck you. Alright, so recapping the brakes overall. Obviously, we didn't have a track where we could do like a 60-0 brake test to see how much better the car broke with the aftermarket brakes. But I will say what I did notice, and I haven't touched on this reason yet. The main reason why I wanted to get a rear brake kit for the car is because ever since I did the big brake kit in the front, the car, whenever you'd brake on the freeway or you broke really aggressively, the car really dived down really far in the front. You'd literally feel the whole front end of the car dive down and the rear end get all light. That's because the huge brakes we had in the front were way overpowering the ones in the rear. So my hope was if I could get something to make the rears a little bit stronger, hopefully it would help even out the bite and make the car a little bit more drivable. Honestly, the way the car felt with the previous setup with just the big brake kit in the front made the car feel really dated and really, really old. It just didn't give really good confidence driving feeling. And I will say that with the slight driving that I did on the way home going on the freeway and stopping very, very tight behind Calvin, the car does feel a lot more balanced and definitely doesn't have a brake bias like it once did in the front. The car likes to stop altogether and I don't have that big sensation of the whole front end diving down, so that is a huge plus. So that being said, for the car being street use for me, I am so happy with that. I am over the moon stoked, and the fact that it looks amazing just makes everything that much better. I will say, if you guys want to get 10% off all movement glasses, all you have to do is use code TJ10, save yourself 10%, and I wear these every time I'm on my computer, watch YouTube videos or editing or playing games that have blue tints on them that help protect your eyes from the lights that computers give off, therefore saving them. That's where I'm gonna end today's video. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. Peace out and keep moving forward.